Charlevoix at Elluman's Gallery speaking with a local artist, Linda Boss. Linda, can you tell us a little bit of background information on how you started painting?
Well, actually, I've always loved to draw and paint. Ever since I was a little kid, when I would finish a test or anything when I was in school, I would draw on the back of the test, and my little friends would look at the drawings and stuff, and they always would want a copy of it, or want a little drawing of a horse or a dog or a pony or whatever, and they started arguing about getting them, and I would sell them for a nickel or a dime or a quarter or whatever, and I got in trouble with the teacher and the principal, and had to return all the money. So I was kind of an entrepreneur from, I don't know, I think I was in maybe the 5th grade. So being an artist has always meant a lot to me. So by the time I was in high school, I started entering contests and stuff and developed my style, or whatever you want to call it, and started painting a little bit and went from drawing to painting. And then we moved to Charlevoix, and I had a really, really good art teacher when I was in high school, Mr. Murray. Give him a kudos there. And he helped me explore what I wanted to do and what I wanted, for my artwork. And then I went to the Art Institute, and that was more for commercial art. So I knew I didn't want to be the starving artist on the beach. I wanted to make a living doing what I really wanted to do, and I wanted to be creative, but I didn't want to, just paint and hope somebody would buy something once in a while. So I went into the commercial art end of it, but I still wanted to paint and still wanted to, do what I wanted to do. So that worked out really well for me. And now that I'm older, I had a very successful commercial art career for quite a few years, and now I'm working at a gallery, and they are displaying my artwork, and I am lucky that I can take my paintings and make them into prints and note cards and magnets and make them available for people that don't necessarily or can't necessarily buy an original.
So you mentioned something about finding a style of painting that's specific to you. What kind of style of painting do you paint?
Well, I would call it impressionistic, but it's a little tighter than that. American Impressionist. It's borderline realistic. It's a little looser than that. I don't know. I've kind of developed my own little niche for it. I'm very passionate about what I do. So, and then every artist obviously gets more accomplished as they go. So if you look at some of my earlier paintings, it's a lot tighter than what they are now. So,
and that's really good because you have, your own special, unique style that you like to paint, and that's just really comfortable and flows nicely for you.
Mm-hmm.
So you get your inspiration, I guess, from painting Charlevoix, but there's something even a little bit more specific than just going out right now and painting Charlevoix. You like to paint about the memories that you remember when you were, younger and you came to Charlevoix. Can you kind of explain about that?
Yes. As a graphic designer, a lot of times I was commissioned to draw homes or businesses, and then we would put them in advertisements or do note cards or do something like that. And probably, I think it was maybe 30 years ago, I did some business paintings and illustrations, and then the businesses possibly went out of business, or maybe they tore that business down, and all of a sudden it was historic because it wasn't there anymore, and people would see maybe a print or a note card from it, and it was a classic. So that kind of started me thinking, wait a minute, I've recorded this, and it's my time in history, and it's my time in Charlevoix. And that kind of clicked for me, that maybe I should start recording in my own way, in my own artwork, in my own style, in my own vision, the history of Charlevoix during my time on this earth. So that's kind of how pure Charlevoix is what I call it. And it just means a lot to me to experience Charlevoix through my eyes. I guess that's what you could call it. That's pure Charlevoix through an artist's eyes.
And thank you so much for telling us all this wonderful information about your views on Charlevoix and how you paint them and everything. It's really wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
In Charlevoix at Elements Gallery, I'm Marlaina Scarbrough with My News 26.